the ice cream.
It's not ice cream, it's yogurt. From my hotel.
All right. Everybody grab a seat. Just have a couple of things. We have, what is yours?
Whatever I texted you. I'm sorry.
Let me staff that. All right, we have a Anne Arundel County Special Taxing District Erosion Prevention, House Bill 1467.
I never got a letter from the delegation.
We never got a letter.
They say they sent a letter, and in fact, Dawn emailed it to me. I can email it.
Well, if you've got that, then we're good.
It's from the Senate delegation?
Yeah,
Okay. What was that?
I think it's the Maryland Senate delegation.
Let's hope it's the
Like
Maryland.
Delaware, or,
Yeah, yeah,
that's what I was told.
yeah.
Right, look at the file.
From some Senate. The system is too hard.
Who has 865 House Bill? Mm-hmm. Disaster relief.
I just sent it to Erica, and here it is.
That's not the right number.
Number? That's a disaster.
No.
Okay, we got this one that's magically appeared. So this is local bill, special taxing district, Anne Arundel County erosion prevention projects, erosion control projects. Anything I need to know about this other than that?
No effect on state finances.
I like that.
Move favorable.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I-
No, she said aye.
She was, okay.
You're for it, right? She's for
I
it.
just hold her hands.
All right, let's hear this,
Thank you.
let's hear what this Ken Kerr bill's all about.
You were just delayed on your
Did we hear this in subcommittee?
You were voting early.
You did, and it has not come out.
Okay, it was heard though. Okay.
So House Bill 304 is another procurement bill. This was not cross-filed. It's making changes to a few areas of procurement law. One piece, I guess I'll start with, would be on page 11. It has a similar requirement for equitable adjustment to compensate contractors for increase in the cost of.
You guys all understand that? I mean, first off, this didn't come out of the procurement committee yet.
Has not, no.
So, and this issue, as came up in the last bill that we were talking about earlier, this 1499 bill, similar situation.
It's a similar provision, but it is, I would say, broader. Does not have a dollar limit, does not have a particular type of contract limit, and it would be compensate the contractor for increases in the cost of and time for contract performance due to changes in law. So
The other one was in changing the law and.
the other one was change in law or collective bargaining, but the universe of contracts was more limited because it was construction or security contracts or security services contracts that were at least $1 million and of a duration of 3 years or more. Those limitations and qualifications are not on this provision. The bill also provides on page 8 a requirement that on receiving a request from an unsuccessful offerer, procurement officer shall provide a debriefing. The bill also provides that the debriefing is required before the recommended contract award is presented for approval to the head of the unit or the Board of Public Works. It's unclear how this would work in practice if there were a number of unsuccessful offerers in terms of the timelines and what impact this could have on delaying the submission of a contract to BPW to be awarded. There are changes to, so law has prohibitions on people working on procurements if they've been involved in the procurement on like the state side and then they, leave. There is a change. This is on page 9 and 10. For purposes of subsection A, assisting in the drafting of specifications and invitation for bids or request for proposals for procurement does not include, and then there's new language, providing information that does not provide an unfair competitive advantage for any bidder or offerer. You may want to pay attention to that in terms of whether you feel that that is sufficiently clear. The bill is also making changes related to the protest and contracting claim process. I believe it's expanding provisions that are specific to construction contracts and more broadly applying them to all contracts.
This did not have a crossfile, right?
This did not have a crossfile.
And this and the other one was,
The other one had a crossfile, had not come out of B&T.
it had a hearing also.
Correct.
Were either of them discussed in procurement?
They were held.
Just how?
Another provision of note that I would direct your attention to on page 15, with regard to the changes to those claims processes, there is a provision that says there's a provision that is applying a requirement to, prior to authorizing a payment on a claim, procurement officer shall require the contractor to supplement the claim with certain information. That's being applied to all contract claims pending administratively or in court as of July 1, 2025.
Okay. I know that this one and the other one did well in the House. But we haven't voted it out of our subcommittee. And I feel like there's a number of issues embedded in these. And I think we should probably put both of them in a summer study in the subcommittee. What do you think of that, Senator? Senator Benson.
What, for summer study?
These are kind of complicated. These two bills that we.
Talk to us about the bill in the House.
Well, it's to the chair's point, previously you've referred things to summer study.
I didn't hear you.
To the chair's point, you've previously referred procurement bills to summer study. I think there was a bill a few years ago about material costs. But yeah, these bills have not come out, and there are
Okay,
significant changes to procurement processes.
so you're suggesting us to summer study, repeat the reason why you think that we need to have a summer study as opposed to passing the bill?
I'm not suggesting anything. The chair suggested
There's a
sending it
lot-
to
there's
summer
a lot
study.
of-
I've just identified a number of
Okay.
There are a
issues.
lot of
Chairman.
component parts that our staff has identified in both bills. Senator,
This is my district mate. I'm happy to work with him over the summer on this.
okay. All right, well, we don't have to make a final decision on that, but we do need to leave. Unless you want to say something, Senator Corman?
Bill, but I was held to file, defer obviously to your lead, but, this bill's got Matt Morgan, Shalego, along with Tony Manek and Bagnell. And it passed unanimous. We don't have any issues, but, obviously there was identified issues, that's up to you. But don't really seem to be too much of an issue.
Okay, well, we're not going to be able to get it done now, for sure.
No problem.
If it comes back Monday morning, it does, but
Understood.
right now, we just got to go back to session.